Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where I dive deep into influencer culture and call influencers out for their crappy behaviors. Today we are covering the solo dad for the first time. Now he's come across my radar a time or two and went through like a massive cancellation exposing crap earlier this year, where he retaliated in some not so pretty ways. But now I'm seeing that he's starting a fostering journey. So I figured, why not start talking about him now? Let's go, guys. So here's a little snapshot of who Chris the solo dad is, for those of you that don't know. I remember coming across him quite a while ago when he started getting exposed for faking his entire online presence, which we will get into here shortly. But here's a little intro up front. Chris, known as the solo dad, is a Florida-based physician assistant and a father of 3 young children who has built a significant following on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube by sharing raw, relatable content about the highs and lows of fatherhood. He described himself as a healthcare worker juggling demanding shifts with parenting duties, often emphasizing the emotional and financial strains of raising kids in a high-cost world. His videos typically feature everyday moments like school runs, meal preps, doctor's visits, and heartfelt pep talks to his kids. Cool. Aimed at encouraging other dads to embrace the vulnerability and seek support. Chris's persona as the broke solo dad resonated deeply, amassing over 750,000 on TikTok and 29 million likes by early 2025, with his content going viral for its authenticity and humor amid exhaustion. He has a P.O. box for fan mail, donations, Linktree, merchandise, collabs, blah, blah, blah. While he now openly identifies as a husband in his bio, his early branding heavily leaned on the solo parenting narrative without much mention of his wife, who works opposite shifts and prefers staying off camera. That's a good one. Your children get to be plastered all over the internet against their consent, but you get to withdraw consent and allow their father to plaster them all over the internet for scary people to consume and obsess over. See, and that right there, where someone is demanding privacy while allowing her children to be 100% exploited online, is disgusting. Rise to fame. Chris launched his TikTok account around 2023, quickly gaining traction with short-form videos that humanized the invisible labor of dads. Posts like day in the life of a solo dad or broke dad hacks for feeding 3 kids struck a chord during a time where parenting influencers were booming post-pandemic. By mid-2024, he was collaborating with brands and appeared in dad challenge trends, positioning himself as an advocate for mental health and fatherhood. His emotional storytelling, such as addressing speech delays in one child or thanking his mom for occasional help, drew sympathy and financial support from friends who sent him money via Cash App to help him stay home more. Oh my gosh. At his peak, he had partnerships with family-oriented companies and was praised for normalizing single-ish dad struggles. So he basically went full-blown, I'm a single parent, and branded it as solo parent, which so many people kind of didn't understand, but he also did it purposely, because a solo parent just means that you're solo parenting for X amount of time. It means you're working opposite shifts, or your spouse is out of town for a couple weeks and you're a solo parent during that time, not a single parent. And there is a very big distinction, but he branded himself as a solo parent while acting completely like a single dad and giving all these woe is me, I'm so broke, what am I gonna do, like raising 3 kids is hard, when he's in a 2-parent household. And let's just really quickly look up physician assistant job. I think he's in Florida. The average national salary for a physician's assistant in Florida is $133,000 a year. There's no way. Take home was $150K with full benefits, $114 per year in Florida. And this donut was grifting on being a broke single dad while also being a physician's assistant, and they are a 2-parent income household. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's his position, because there's no way. There's no way. So key controversies. This is where we get into what he was called out for earlier this year. So the biggest thing was misrepresenting being a solo parent versus being a single parent and his marriage status. Now, before he got called out, he never ever mentioned his wife. In his bio, I don't think it mentioned that he was married. Nothing. So then when he gets called out for, hey, like, you're actually not a single parent, stop grifting on this broke single parent stuff and literally stealing money out of your thirsty fans, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of middle-aged women who are super thirsty for him, who piss away all their money at him. It's ridiculous. He doesn't need it. He works a very well-paying job, and his wife also works full-time. Nuts. The core allegation is that Chris misled his audience by implying he was single or an abandoned dad of 3 kids, when he's actually married to a high-earning wife, reportedly making over $100,000 annually in a full-time job. His content rarely mentions her, and early bios admitted any spousal reference. So he did it 100% on purpose. Nuts. So she's also probably a physician's assistant making they have a combined income of like $250,000 a year. Yet he's acting like this broke single dad on TikTok. That is so disgusting. He's literally stealing money out of people who are probably living like around the poverty line, acting like this single dad. And yeah, I know it's on those people to have, donated their money without any type of research, without any type of forethought. But oh my gosh, that is so enraging. It's people like this that ruin it for people who actually need help in life, who actually have fallen on hard times. Normal people who are suffering day to day, who need help. People like this ruin it. Nuts. Critics argue this solo, not single distinction was a post-exposure rebrand. His current Instagram bio reads, dad of 3, healthcare worker, husband, often solo parenting. Added amid the backlash. Real single parents felt gaslit as his story solicited undue sympathy and donations. Chris has defended it as accurately reflecting his isolating experience due to shift work, but deleted comments questioning his status suggested evasion. So yeah, just because something's isolating doesn't make you a single parent. Like, just because you're feeling isolated doesn't mean you are actually a single parent. Wow. Faking poverty and soliciting donations under false pretenses. Chris frequently portrayed himself as financially desperate, a broke solo dad struggling with bills and unable to afford basics, prompting fans to donate thousands via links in his videos. Exposés revealed this as exaggerated. As a physician's assistant, he earns a solid income, and his wife's salary pushes their household well above broke status. YouTube videos like TikTok's single broke dad is scamming everyone in April of 2025 compiled clips of him begging for help while living comfortably in Florida. A June 2025 update questioned if he was still scamming after the bio change, noting he continued vague pleas without transparency. This led to accusations of fraud, with some fans demanding refunds and others labeling it as emotional manipulation for views and merch sales. 100% that's what it is. And then a big thing that happened was threats against DCP. When DCP called him out for his, scamming, fraudulent behavior, he came back and messaged his wife and said, hey, do you know your husband's doing this online? Like, you should put a leash on him, which, what? Calm down, Chris. Calm the F down. DCP had emailed Chris on January 1st to fact check an alleged DV arrest record, which Chris denies, offering to drop it if verified. Ignoring DCP, Chris messaged his wife Kathy at 1:12 p.m., accusing DCP of harassing, bullying, and doxing him, endangering his family's safety. He threatened to report her to the FBI, Canadian police, and her nursing board, warning that she could face 6 years in prison for her husband's video, despite her non-involvement. That was so ridiculous. It's one thing to go and message her and be like, hey, by the way, like, did you know this was happening? Because this isn't cool. And like, if you don't know this is happening, like, this isn't cool. This is harmful. And it's a whole nother thing to be like, you're going to spend years in prison for your husband's video. What are you talking about? I have nothing to do with his videos. I've nothing to do, like, what are you talking about? Chris also referenced using photos of DCP's kids from Instagram as leverage. DCP released the DM screenshot in a video titled, "The Solo Dad Threatens My Wife in DM with Bro." Oh, what the heck, bro? Calling it cowardly and ironic given the DV claims. Reddit threads amplified this, portraying Chris as hypocritical and volatile. So the alleged DV arrest, it's unverified public record. Something happened in 2020 and he got arrested for DV, and he flatly denies this and claims it was a misunderstanding. And of course, the exploitation. But 2 days ago, I believe, or 1 day ago, he posted this: CPS is coming today, and this is the current state of my house. So we're trying...
CPS is coming today, and this is the current state of my house. The bathrooms need to be cleaned, the laundry needs to be put away, and I feel like I should do something about this closet. I'm really hoping they don't check the garage.
We're gonna focus on tidying the house. My house isn't actually dirty, it's just
The garage literally had some bikes and a slide lying around. That's not a big deal, is it?
Tidying the house. My house isn't actually dirty. It's just a little messy.
The couch is gonna look...
I like how he had to clarify that his house isn't actually dirty. It's just a little messy. Yeah, so it's lived in. Again, like, oh my God, people make my head
look good for about 5 minutes until my son gets a hold of it.
Get everything off the floor so I can have the vacuum go around and mop. Everyone always asks me where I got these baskets from. They are from Serena and Lily. I also get a lot of...
Oh my God. Guys, you can't make the... Broke solo dad here. Those baskets are $98 to $468 each. $98 minimum for a basket. There's no way. And those are the cheapest ones. Oh my God, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Okay, those are outdoor. I'm assuming it's these ones, La Jolla basket. I'm straight shook. You can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up. $98 for a basket. And this guy is
and Lily. I also get a lot of people that ask me about this thing. I got off Amazon. If you check out my Amazon storefront, and I got size 13s and they do fit.
That took longer than expected.
How tall is this guy? I thought he was short for some reason. Don't know why. That's just my uneducated assumption, but he's got size 13 feet. That makes me think he's not that short.
Now that everything is picked up, it's time to turn this guy on.
Eufy vacuum. Okay, let's look up how much that is. He probably got it donated for free, but still. Definitely looks like this bigger model. Oh, it's definitely this. Shop now. It's this one. $699 for a vacuum. I'm jealous. I want that vacuum. I got a robot vacuum, literally the cheapest one off of Amazon. Got it for Christmas because I was like, hey, this is great. This is going to help me keep the house vacuumed because, again, we have a zoo that lives here, right? We have 4 animals and 4 children. So total zoo, right? But I have come to learn that I would really appreciate a self-emptying robot vacuum because Zoo, right? It fills up so fast, or even maybe just one with like an extra large container. I don't know. That's on my eventually to buy dream wish list once I get my car repaired. Because that too, guys, amidst this housing situation, which a lot of you were asking for updates on, it's a shit show. Just a total fucking shit show. It's great. And looking at rental prices, I'm going to start sharing with you guys some of the stuff I come across because these prices are actually gut-wrenching. But also this week, probably last week when you're seeing this now, my car decided to crap out on me. Because of course it did. I'm like driving home, and all of a sudden, ding. Excuse me, sir, what is that light? It's a battery, and it says my car has gone into ultra battery saver mode. I don't know what that means. It could mean that our battery is dying. But last time our battery died, my car didn't turn over, as it should when your battery dies, which means that it very well could be my alternator dying, which is great. Great timing, car. Thank you. So that's my mini life update. Stemming from, I would really like a fancy vacuum like this too. It would make my life so much easier. But yeah, $700 for a vacuum, $98 for baskets. But this guy's grifting on being a broke solo dad.
Start cleaning.
I'm gonna save the kitchen and the laundry for last.
How much I get done today?
Shouldn't you start the laundry first because it takes time to run and wash, and then like you can do stuff and then put it into the dryer and like start another. Okay, unless you mean saving putting away the laundry for last, then like whatever, but like okay.
It really depends on how long my kids sleep. This is all dirty laundry. I feel like we should throw that into a basket. Bathroom is done.
Okay, I appreciate this though because like relatable, right? I have dirty laundry everywhere in my house because my kids just like strip down and then walk away, and you're like, dude, laundry basket. Like we have so many laundry baskets, right? So I relate to finding piles of dirty laundry just randomly throughout the house. I don't understand, especially socks. There are so many goddamn socks in my house everywhere. I don't understand it. Someone explain.
On to the next room. You might be wondering why CPS is actually coming to my house today. I'm actually having a home study today to make sure this is a nice, safe place for all the foster children that I'll be welcoming into my home.
All right, it's been 1 hour.
My daughter just woke up from her nap, so wish me luck.
So he's got 3 bio kids and now they're gonna foster. I hate that. I hate that for these poor kids. And like arguably, yeah, getting them out of the foster care system is gonna be so great for them because that's probably a pretty terrible system, or like at least bringing them into a very, very rich household, which isn't always the best. Money can't buy love and happiness, right? But is there sound on this though?
CPS is coming today, and this.
Why is he yelling at us? Well, that downloaded it in high quality too. I like that. Okay. I don't remember what I was saying. Completely lost. Oh yeah, foster kids. So great, but he does know that he can't show foster kids on video, right? I hope they tell him that, because you better not. Don't do it. And for him to virtue signal this, like, I'm so great, I'm gonna be fostering, like, what my nighttime routine looks like when I'm not solo parenting. These comments. Aw, would love to see more of your wife. You truly looked happy. Yeah, well, he respects his wife enough to not exploit her and her likeness online because she said no. Unfortunately, his poor kids don't get the same treatment. Oh my gosh, I can't. My baby just woke up though, so I think I'm gonna have to cut this one short in our little dip the toes dive. Apparently, the solo dad is now fostering, so that's great, considering what a wonderful role model he's been online over the last year and all the controversies he's been in. I wonder if the fostering agency knows that you've reached out to other people's wives and have threatened them and intimidated them and, all sorts of lovely fear-mongering that you've done. I wonder, eh? There's something to be said about him wanting to pull kids out of the foster care system, but why does he want to do it all of a sudden? For views. Because he suffered a cancellation. So this is his pivot, this is his rebrand, and he's going to grift on the foster and foster care system. And it's not okay, because those children do not deserve to be shared and exploited online. Period, point blank. They have been through enough trauma and they need parents who are going to be present. These people are wealthy. They are not struggling for cash. They don't need YouTube or content creation for extra income. They don't need it. These children need their parents to be present, not focused on growing on social media. And they don't need to be exploiting their children, yet they chose to do so. Why? I don't know. Greed? Maybe it's the attention he gets. That's the only way he can get his rocks off. I don't know, but it's not okay. And it's disgusting that they're now going to be bringing foster children into this. And God forbid they adopt the child. Well, then that entire thing is, their whole history is going to be exploited. And there's probably going to be this revealing our adopted child. Anyway, I'm going to keep digging into this. I will for sure update you guys and maybe do more of a comprehensive deep dive on this guy. But like I said, my baby just woke up, so I'm going to go spend time with him because he couldn't go to daycare because, my car decided to break down. So that's great. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really lets me know that you guys like this video, want more like this, want more on the solo dads specifically. Give it a thumbs up. And I hope you guys are having a absolutely beautiful, fantastic, wonderful day wherever you are. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.